All right, kids. Why am I calling you kids? Especially when there's only one of you watching and you're not a kid. Uh, if you can't tell, this is me pulling out of the dialysis clinic. This is such a tricky place to pull out because I can see a long way that way and they're coming fast. But they're coming fast this way and I can't see all that far. Oh my gosh, let's try it right now. And I usually get a little bit of tire screech pulling out of there. There's just enough grit and rocks and whatever. But don't always get great traction coming out of there. All right, so today is Wednesday, a day that we wouldn't normally go to the grocery store. My intentions were to stop. I'm going to a different Publix than I normally would go. I haven't been to this particular Publix in a month or more. But I was going past it yesterday, to and from the VA clinic. And I just thought maybe I would try there for my Lenny and Larry's cookies that I like so much. Since the Publix I normally go to hasn't had them for the last few times I've been. And then when I asked a lady, only because she was working on that aisle stocking those type items, and I just asked if she had any that she was about to put on the shelf. She looked in her little handheld and said, oh, they might be on the clearance rack, which was just around the corner, and they weren't there. And she said, I'm not sure, but they might be discontinued. Well, I know that on the Lenny and Larry's website you can still get them. You can actually get them cheaper for God only knows what kind of reason on Amazon. And I did order and have since received some from Amazon. I just thought if they're going to discontinue them, wouldn't they stop selling them on their website, first of all? Maybe not. So, just to be on the safe side, if I'm still going to be able to get them from Amazon, oh my gosh. I thought we were about to see a wreck. I should buy the ones I can find. So I'm going to go to another Publix and see. And then I decided I'd just go ahead and get some other things that I'm going to need soon anyway. And since I'm going to go to that Publix, I'm going to drive past the recycling center. So I thought, well, why don't I just bring recycling too? One bird, two stones. Oh, I know. It's one bird. I mean, one stone, two birds. Two birds, one stone. Anywho. So that's what we're doing today. I don't really want to go to Publix on a Wednesday. I don't know what this particular Publix is going to be like on a Wednesday, but I'm gonna guess that it's going to be very similar to my normal Publix on a Wednesday. It's going to be full of old people, and all the handicap spots will be taken. And that's fine. I'm not going to be there very long. I'm going to try to get in and then get out. I just need to get some produce while I'm there. And yeah, I think that's about it. Can't think of anything else. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I got some other things on my list. Some hamburger buns and some carrots and I don't know. I guess that's it. I'll look at my list. And then home to get sweaty. It's supposed to be another hot one today. It shouldn't really be news. It is still July. And the heat is very much a motivation killer. Man, oh man. I can go out in the garage with every intention of getting a good workout in. And I'm out there for 2 minutes and I'm ready to not be out there anymore. And I have thought about bringing in a row or ski into the house, maybe even my spin bike. I don't know why. I just don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to get into that habit. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe. Maybe I don't need to go out there 3 times a day. Now, yesterday, I got 45 minutes done before I had to go in, take in a little breakfast, get Walt showered and all that stuff before we went to the VA. And then when we got home, I had to have a little bit of something to eat because we were at the VA so long. I felt like I was maybe getting a little hungry, and I had taken insulin with earlier's food, the food from earlier. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. And so when I did get back out to the garage, it was getting close to dinner time, so I did a short warm-up, because what's the point of warming up when it's in the 90s? But then I just did a real quick back and bicep workout and went in the house and had dinner. But trying to take a walk after dinner, I went back out to get on the treadmill, and that might be the hardest thing in the world to do, is when you've done your exercise and you've come back in to eat and relax, and it's still upper 80s, low 90s, and you have a full stomach and you're in your chair. The hardest thing in the world is to go back out to the garage, even just to slowly walk on the treadmill. But I did it for 20 minutes last night. Sarah's encouraging me. I really do hate it. But I see the benefit in it. So I'll keep doing it as often as I can motivate myself to do so, or succumb to Sarah's motivation. My doctor even said 10 minutes, but I feel like anything less than 20 is almost pointless to me. So I did have a little bit of a treat last night. I had had a little Hershey bar. It was right tasty, but can't do that every night. Anyway, that's it for what this trip is going to be. I don't think there's anything else exciting happening today. I may be a dumbass and try to cut the grass today. You know, if I thought it was going to suddenly be in the 70s tomorrow or the next day, I would wait. But I don't foresee the grass getting any kind of weather break any sooner than I'm going to get a weather break. So it's got to be done. I'm not going to do it all at once. I'm going to do the front and the trimming. I'm not going to do the back. That takes extra time that I'm not willing to do. Fuck this heat. Alrighty. Oops. Time to go get the pops. I was going to talk about something different, but this song, Angel from Aerosmith, always reminds me of a friend of mine from high school. She died, and this song always reminds me of her. Anyway, what you just saw there at the end, the only exercise you saw two different clips of, is referred to as bench press negatives or eccentric motions, whatever you want to call it. I think most people just call them negatives. If you look at my Instagram today for today's workout, you'll see I just wrote bench negs. Let me just explain a little bit. You're going to set that up. There's other exercises you can do negs on, but you're going to set it up just like whatever the exercise is you would normally be doing, in this case bench press. And the only difference is you put more weight on the bar than you can actually bench press. Why the hell would you do that? Well, the reason you would do that is, first of all, there's a lot of neurological things at play here. This is more of a neurological thing than a muscular thing, sort of. It gets your brain-body connection, your muscles directed by your brain. It gets them, one, used to lowering that much weight and doing so slowly. Also kind of gets your joints used to handling that much weight. And it kind of primes you to actually be able to press that much weight. Would I have been able to press that weight? That was 110, by the way, which would have been done in my sleep years ago, but not so much in post shoulder surgeries. I'm not lifting that kind of weight. But almost felt like I could have. I was able to unrack it, able to lower it at a relatively slow pace, and that's all you got to do. And you don't want to do a whole bunch of them. If you're ever going to do negs, don't overdo it. Just a few. And today's the first day in years that I did any negatives. So I only did it 3 times. That was after the rest of my chest workout. So will I do it again? Most definitely. Probably best to not do it on a weekly basis. You want a little bit of time between them. Maybe twice a month. Once a month isn't terrible either. But it's a good way to get through a plateau. When I was really pushing weights and trying to get strong as an ox, I would often do squat negatives. I'd put 700 pounds on the bar, rack it, drop it. Not literally, lower the weight. But yeah, so that's what we did today. Now I'm here to get Pops. It is 2:02, and we'll see how long it takes for him to be ready.